Fine. Hello and welcome to Bleed Extra. This is the extra episode of Bleed, which is the show about advertising and more with myself, Ryan Whyte. We've got Jacque Moodley in the house.
What's up?
Ryan Whyte, graphic designer, freelancer. Jacque Moodley, art director.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes also design.
Sometimes also
Rapper.
design. Sometimes beat maker, sometimes
we make a mostly dad.
always parent. Yeah.
Parent.
So
Always
last
a parent.
Hey?
Always a parent.
Oh, always apparent that you're a parent. So this is the second episode of Bleed Extra, and we're doing the advertising 101. So last time, you'll remember we discussed the history of advertising, and I'm sure you'll agree that it was very conclusive. We left no no loopholes, I think it's airtight, you know, the consensus
Completely factual.
together. Yeah.
100%
Yeah. So by all means use that as almost a Bible, if you will, a brand Bible. So here we go, right? So I thought for the next installment of the Advertising 101, we would get into the key ingredients you need to start an ad agency. So almost like an agency wish list or a fantasy agency or like a recipe for the perfect agency or our perfect agency. So yeah, I think let's jump straight into it. So the first ingredient for a cool ad agency, I would say, is a fancy, edgy name.
Yes.
Would you not agree? Because if you're going to be
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it has to have like a cool name that only a few people like within the inner circle of like advertising would understand. So it has to be something like, I don't know, like some sort of gene for creativity that you use and then you have to throw a number at the end.
Okay, so I think you're making reference to a local agency in South Africa called Fox P2.
Is that the creative gene?
Correct.
I did not know that.
I think that is a perfect example. A few other names I've got written here. These are real agency names. We've got Strawberry Frog,
Okay.
Wexley School for Girls, Pocket Hercules. Let's Moosylvania, I quite liked. Bone Hook, and yeah, those are some of the. Oh, Kids Love Jet Lag. That'll be the last one. So yeah, that's just a few examples of the cool names that are out there.
Okay. We obviously need to come up with cooler names for ourselves if we ever start an agency.
Yeah.
Because Moodley, Whyte wouldn't work.
Whyte Moodley. Yeah.
Whyte Moodley.
So yeah, what would your fantasy agency name be? Just off the top.
Well, it was Whyte Moodley. I don't know. I guess it has to be like something like Cytosine 2020 or something, you know?
Yeah. Something like with like
something.
Razor, or The Edge or something like that.
Yeah.
Or you make it like a juxtaposition, like Blunt Razor, something like that.
It's super deep and conceptual.
Like Blunt Sharp.
Sorry about that. Corona.
It's a little bit early to be drinking, bro.
Well.
Okay, so we'll get back to that. So the second ingredient I think we would need is a client, right? If you're going to start an agency. So the way I've seen it work is ideally you would want like one client for cash and another client for awards, where you probably won't get paid as much, but then you'll get to have come up with cool ideas and shit. So like a client like Nando's, for instance, would be perfect. Or I don't know.
But would that be your cash cow or your award cow?
Award car, Nando's.
Hmm.
And then cash, obviously, you would want like a financial institution of some sort. So that's the second. Is there anything you want to add on to that? Do you think that's true though? I think it's true.
I think you can also like use it as a way to like do your own things, right? So no one in particular, but like I know some agencies that, invent their own restaurants so they can win awards for their restaurants and design stuff that enter their restaurant into a wall. So like it's also be a good like just go around the agency and go, what's your side hustle? What's your side hustle? What's your side hustle? Okay, let's do branding for that.
Brilliant.
So that's an option. Or just create a product so that you can sell a product, so you can design and win awards for that product that you created.
Brilliant.
That's cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I think before we go on to, I think we missed a step. So come up with a fancy name. I also think your agency also needs to have like some kind of, not necessarily payoff line, but like a maxim or you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
for an agency, you can't really say payoff line. If it's an agency, it has to be like a maxim or something.
Mm.
What is the other word for?
Like a short version of a manifesto, what you
Yeah,
guys stand for, right?
exactly.
Whatever.
Exactly. So like to dare is to do or something stupid like that, or we make brands simple. There
Or eat, sleep, breathe advertising.
you go. Okay, cool. Okay, so we've already actually got, okay, so our fantasy agency name will be Bleed Advertising, and our payoff line is Eat, Sleep, Breathe Advertising. Okay, cool. So we've got our agency going. Now, number three is a little bit contentious because we obviously, a lot of us are working remotely. So number three is a cool building. So traditionally, as an ad agency, and that was a big draw card, I think, is have a cool building.
With
But now,
swings.
yeah, have like Lego on the wall and a ball pit, trampolines, a little fireman pole. So yeah, yeah. And that's actually quite interesting because agencies don't really have that draw card anymore, like the bar on Fridays and that kind of thing. So yeah. I mean, yeah. Um, I think a good example of one of those really cool buildings or agencies would be the Starship Enterprise that was on Call It Drive, that massive building that's sitting empty now.
I think I went inside once. 'Cause I think there was a girl I liked there. I think and then they had like a racetrack inside there, or like a little car track. And it was a ball pit, right?
Mm. And that's kind of
like
they had a rooftop, I think, with like mini golf upstairs, that kind of stuff,
what?
like volleyball nets. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know all of that. I just went there one late night to deliver pizza. But I mean, the work sounded horrible, but the building looked cool.
Yeah, it's sitting empty now. It's like the world's most expensive billboard now. But so that's kind of gone out the window now, having a cool building as a draw card. But okay, for the sake of this, what would our building look like? Bleed Advertising.
I think location. I think if we were to have a building, it wouldn't be like, I don't know, it'd have to be cool, right? It'd have to be like in downtown Josie or Maboneng.
Yeah.
Like it'd have to be like around like the cool urban, sort of half derelict environment slash urban resurgence slash coffee roastery. It'd have to be near coffee.
Okay.
I think it would be like it'd have to be a warehouse that'd be like renovated, and there'd have to be like a coffee brewery downstairs. So you walk in and you smell the coffee, and like a place that sells, I don't know, fur above us.
Like to get in there, you would have one of those industrial elevators that have like the door that opens. You can literally drive your car in, kind of thing. Like one.
Exactly, and it would have like still like remnants of apartheid, so like a servant's entrance at the and stuff. It'd be funny because we just like tell people to go to the
Ironic.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, would you have like some kind of feature outside, like a massive logo with like Lumo lights or like some kind of architectural feature on the outside?
Definitely, or we'd get like local graffiti artists to like paint our logo on like the side of the building. Go even
Okay,
higher. Yeah.
fair. So you wouldn't have like a your brand. Okay, so okay,
No,
so
no, you'd have to some sort of structure.
let's just
Test
yeah.
creativity.
Okay, fair. Okay, so now that we have a cool building, and it's in Maboneng where the coffee roastery is, and the urban resurgence and that whole vibe, which people aren't going to go to anyway because they're working remotely. We've got this building that
Yeah.
we're paying overheads for no reason and making it cool for no reason. We need people to fill that building, right?
Mm.
So what kind of people are we filling the building with?
I think first, I mean, if we're a creative agency, we're probably going to need some creatives.
Yeah. Okay. Let's start with creatives. Cool. But
So we'll need some.
if we do that, what are they going to work on? They're going to work directly with the client, which is bad. So I reckon we need an account manager first,
Yeah, I guess if we have the accounts, we need someone to manage them.
because otherwise they're just going to be playing foosball the whole day.
Yeah, because creatives complicate themselves. Creatives need guidance and leadership, and they need someone to like whip them into shape.
Okay.
Because we
So
are
let's get Clement in, our account manager. Is his name
His
Clement?
name's
Clement McIntyre.
okay. He's what, part Irish? I don't know.
I don't know. He's key account manager, and he's responsible for talking to our financial guys and our award-winning cash cow guys. No, award car. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Clement can do a good job. Does Clement have any ties to advertising? Was he like? Was his dad like a creative director back in the day? What's Clement's backstory?
I think his dad wanted him to study law or accounting or finance, but he had like cool friends during school, and they kind of like he was like, I also want to be cool, but I'm quite book smart. So he was like, well, I can be an account manager. So he probably like studied a finance degree or and then he was like, I actually don't want to be a suit, but I'll be a suit in an ad agency. I think that's his role. What do you reckon? How did he get there?
I think Clement is just a disappointment to everybody. I think like maybe Clement wanted to be creative. Maybe Clement, was a musician and like he had like a little band and they had like one hit song um, that played on 5FM for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And he's like, fuck all this shit. Like he was studying law or accounting. He's like, fuck all this shit. I'm a rock star.
Okay.
And then like once the booze ran out and the groupies left after those 2 weeks, and he was like, oh fuck, I guess I got to get a job. But he wasn't like a creative. He doesn't know how to design or write copy. But he wrote a hit song. So he's like, I could go to an agency. I could find my role, and maybe he started out in something a different department. Maybe he was just like a runner or something, and then somebody was like, hey man, you could manage an account, and he's like, fuck it.
Okay. So that's his path. Okay, cool. But why does he do CrossFit though? Is that part of his? It feels like he does CrossFit or he goes for park runs on Saturday.
I think he was addicted to substances earlier in his career. Being a rock star, it comes hand in hand, and then he needs to replace, whatever his affliction or addiction was with another addiction, and that became push-ups.
Okay, great. Push-ups and throwing sandbags in the air. Okay, so now we've got our account manager. Now we probably need some creative. So I would say an art director and copywriter combo. you
Dream
know.
team.
Yeah, and I don't think we need a designer yet because we can just whatever design work comes in, we'll just give to the art director and he can design it in Photoshop, print ready files.
Yeah. There's always this thing that like designers can't art direct, but art directors can design, which is a weird thing. Like,
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
you feel is it true? Because you're more design and I'm more art direction, but I think we can do the same thing. But I think one is more specific to a discipline than the other. How do you feel about that?
I think designers are a little bit more soft spoken, but more inward. So if you put them on a shoot, well, typically, stereotypically, if you put them on a shoot, I don't think they're going to be as assertive as like an art director, for instance. Do you know what I mean? They won't really get involved. They'll sit back a little bit. So maybe that's where it comes in.
So it's a personality thing, not a skill thing.
Possibly. I don't know. I don't know jack shit, bro. Okay, so what are the names? You always need to have like a catchy name if you're an art director, copywriter combo. You know, like
Are they
Jacques
an
and Laz,
urban?
like Jacques and Laz.
Okay,
You know?
okay, we were cool. Um, I don't know, man. Are they an urban team?
Yeah. So maybe like yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like Jacques and TJ. It's got a nice ring to it. You know what I mean?
Who the fuck is TJ? Let's get TJ chat to him. No, I hear what you're saying. I don't know, maybe, but they need to have like a collective name, right? Don't they have to have like a team name, like their own brand?
Yeah, maybe,
So
maybe.
let's just Sia and I don't know, Sia and who
And
else?
JT.
Sia and JT. I don't know. Yeah, no, I think
What does
you know,
JT stand for? Justin Timberlake. Okay, cool. So we got our dream team, and yeah. Okay, so now what's next after that? Possibly get a designer.
sure, get a designer, but I think it has to be like a female designer with like who's also good at like wedding photography. She like designs, but most of her passion is somewhere else, like in wedding photography, or, you know,
Yeah.
arrangements. Like, I don't want a designer who's dedicated. I want a designer who's distracted.
Okay, so we got Gloria in the house, and
Or,
yeah, so she's got like side hustle like wedding photography, or it's always something like baking cookies and that kind of stuff. Like as a
yeah,
side.
but she's got an Instagram page
Yes,
purely just for
exactly.
cookies.
Exactly. Yeah. She's actually got like a full-on patisserie vibe going on. But also nobody knows
Yeah,
it, but she's like raking in cash on the side. They
yeah.
only find
That's
out
what we
later.
need.
They're like, oh, why do you even work here? I don't know.
Every like once in a while, you come past the desk and she's piping something. Sorry, what the fuck are you doing? I'm just piping this thing. She puts it to the side. She's like, okay, no, I'm done.
So
What do you want?
we'll get a designer in, and probably only around month 9 we'll be like, let's get a DTP operator in, because we'll milk the designer for DTP and getting print ready stuff.
Yeah.
So the art director copywriter combo will ride for about 4 months. Then we'll be like, maybe we need a designer. Cool. Do we need a DTP operator? No. Let's milk the designer for a while. Then we'll get a DTP operator whose name
So the
is
designer, the
let's call
designer, and
him,
I'm not setting copy. I'm not making 17 billboard layouts. They're like,
exactly. Yeah. And the designers reach their tether. Like, I'm not going to convert all these things to CMYK and blow them up to 600 DPI. My machine can't handle it, and I can't handle it. So we'll get Brendan in. Brendan can be our DTP. Why are you laughing at Brendan?
It's such a DTP name. I don't know. There's always a Brendan, bro. Brendan.
Okay, so we got
He's
Brendan.
like but he's a negative guy. I feel like he's just a negative fucking.
Yeah. I feel like he has a whole terrarium of snakes and spiders where he lives. He's got like hundreds of
I
pets.
once, I worked once with this fucking DTP guy, bro. I don't know who he is. I can't remember his name. But that guy was a fucking nutcase.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like everyone's got tattoos and stuff now. Whatever. It was before, like tattoos were like cool. He had like like mad tattoos, and then like I think he had a ponytail, and like he definitely owned like a couple of firearms, and he
Yeah.
would just like play fucking Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Like every time you went to him for like a ballboard or whatever, he's like Call of Duty, and he like gets pissed off. He's like, fuck, and he's to like stop his Call of Duty.
Like during work hours.
Well, absolutely, but like fucking like, but like loud. Like he wouldn't even like. I took the headphones off, but like he mostly didn't have headphones. He just like loud and shot motherfuckers while he's like
Yeah.
trying to DTP a billboard for like Pick and Pay or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, he's probably like on deadline.
Yeah.
We've got, okay, so Brendan, he's got like pet spiders and snakes and like iguanas. He's got actual firearms at home, and he plays Call of Duty during work time. Okay, so we've got our DTP artist. I think we're pretty much okay now, but now maybe we get a few more clients and we need to increase budgets. We need to hire more people. So why not get a,
MD.
hey, I think before we get an MD, should we get a strategist or a strat planner?
Yes.
I think a strat planner will help us extract more hours from our clients by pushing them sideways and all around and confusing them.
Working strat, yeah, but working 2 weeks on the strat and getting creatives 2 days.
Exactly. But then, it's better than having just 2 days for executing and getting your billboard. Let's get a strat planner involved, can stretch the hours out. I think we'll be able to bill our clients a little bit more furiously.
I never thought of that. That's pretty smart.
So let's get a strat planner up in here. And then, I suppose MD, I'll be MD, you can be CEO, we'll just give ourselves those titles, as well as creative director and executive creative director, because then we can pull a bigger salary, bro.
CEO/CCO.
Yeah.
/OCD.
Yes. OCD, ECD. That's fucking great.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we've got our dream team together. Like, this is our like 2-year plan. We've got a strat planner, we've got our creative team, we've got a designer, DTP artist, and let's not forget our key accounts manager. I think something missing.
What am I missing?
Give it a think.
We don't need anyone more on like client side. So we've only got one account manager. We don't need a BUD. Because our BUD.
Well, we're working lean. We're working from like the ground up. I think at later stage we'll probably get BUD and we'll get all that other stuff. But I think by now we're raking in cash. It's like 2 years. We've got our cash cow. We've got our awards cow, and we're just milking. I think we're good. Lead advertising in Maboneng. Come check us out. So that's our fantasy agency.
What do we do now? We've got all this money. We're getting awards.
How do we attract them? We need to attract them. Like with what kind of things do we have inside the agency? Like a ball pit or a foosball table. I think those are old school ones. Those kind of tricks don't work anymore. Having the agency bar. We need something innovative.
A creche.
A creche. For your children.
Kids, just leave them there in the middle, like work. But it's like I think like there's a creche in the center, the epicenter of the agency, and and everyone just works around the creche.
I think we'll get in trouble with a lot of activists.
You don't even have to. Just bring a kid to work every day. That's our motto. Random kid.
Okay, so in your dream agency, you're just working all the time. You're working as long as your child is awake.
How about you can go downstairs and you see them and you like give them a snack and you come back up. I don't know, that would be fun.
Okay.
I think our teams are too young. I don't think any of them have kids.
I think
So
also
I don't know what else can I
people
do.
now, it's like they're pretty much glued to their phones. So I mean, there's a reason why social media posts and things are designed for like sound off, because people are literally on their phones, you know, during the day and at work. So I think you bypass all the cool shit because everyone's pretty much on their phones. So maybe it's a hub of content that is just like literally streamed for free, like, you know, Netflix cut
Just get
down
Netflix.
and fucking, yeah, just eye candy. That's only available at the office. It's like exclusive content that's streamed to your phone. But that's going to distract them from work.
Mm.
I suppose
We
so
want
does,
them entertained, but
so
we
does
don't
a
want them
football
distracted.
table. Yeah.
How about a football table? Man, I worked at an agency with a football table. That thing was great. Like the ideas that we came up around that football table were better than the ideas we came up with our desk. So I mean, there is something to it, right? There's something to like getting away from your desk and like doing something else and having your brain switch off, so that other things pop in. I don't know. You need something football table like. But yeah, I hear what you're saying about the phone thing.
But now
PlayStation?
we don't have that now, Rick.
PS5.
Okay? We don't have those breakaway sessions because everyone's kind of working remotely. It's interesting, man.
Yeah, but I mean, this is our ideal.
I think we need to
There's
rethink.
no breakaway session.
Yeah, we need to rethink our fancy agency and make it online somehow. Yeah, let's scrap everything we've just discussed.
Well, the Krish now you can have at your own house. Everyone's
I suppose. So let's just make an online agency, scrap the Maboning thing. We don't need to be near a brewery. Not a brewery.
roastery or whatever.
A roastery.
Yeah.
But I reckon that's our fancy agency done, bro. Is there anything you want to add?
Well, now that we're at home, I guess nothing. What is that? Our agency's a laptop.
Yeah, I think our agency is a laptop. I think, yeah, there we have it. If you want to reach us, don't come to our address. Just add us on a Zoom call, and then the agency can be in your house. Done. Brilliant, bro. I don't know what else we can really say. I think, yeah, fantastic. So tune in next week where we will continue with our Bleed Advertising 101. We'll have more gems for you.
Is that all we got for the viewers today?
Yeah, man, it's pretty lean, like our agency.
I think we'll do well.
Yeah, man, that's great.
We're gonna have a DTP guy now.
DTP guy.
Yeah, we have to get rid of him. We're all working from home.
Okay, you make the call to Brendan.
Oh, fuck. Brendan's gonna come with his
Just join one of his Call of Duty games, shoot him, and then in the live chat, just be like, "You're fired." That's terrible. Okay, I'm gonna just hit end now, bro. But we can carry on chatting for a while. Let me just stop recording.
Is too strong of an emotion to waste on somebody that you